Yeah, we back. Now, if y'all remember, sometime around a week ago, I dropped a video entitled, I Don't Bash Women. Take a look up on the screen. And the reason why I dropped that video, that was in response to a subscriber that came into my comment section. She said she was a new subscriber, and I guess she wasn't accustomed to how I would deliver my messages, right? She said she was a fan of the content. She said I was intelligent, but she had a problem with my delivery or my tone or whatever it may be. So after I seen that comment, I decided to address it immediately, and then I dropped that video entitled, I Don't Bash Women. Go check that out. Now, for those of y'all who've been following me, you know one thing I like to do is to call out con artists, scammers, grifters, anybody coming in trying to finesse the community. I see right through the games, and I'm gonna call it out directly head first. So my latest target was this gentleman by the name of Angry Biracial. In my opinion, he's a propagandist, he's a con artist trying to capitalize off a certain demographic for his own personal enrichment. And for more information, you can check out the videos that I previously dropped, like the one that I got up on the screen right now, entitled Angry Biracial Upset Because Black Men Do Not Accept Him. Go check that out. Come to find out, a couple days after I dropped that video, Tonya TKO had an interview with this gentleman on her platform, and you already know she got like 200,000 subscribers. So I had to check in. I was in the building, I was in the audience that night, and I even made my own reaction video going clip by clip, almost an hour long. Go check that out. Take a look up on the screen. That video was entitled Angry Biracial versus Tonya TKO Reaction. In my opinion, that's a classic. Damn near an hour long. That video right there was some premium Patreon level content. And the best way that I can summarize that video is this. Tonya TKO, she exposed that fraud. She exposed that boy. She put him on Front Street and put his laundry out for the world to see. Now, from the first video I dropped, I had already called it. I had already said this boy's a fraud, man. This dude's a fraud, man. I can see right through the bullshit, man. But when Tonya TKO hopped on YouTube and exposed him within 48 hours after me dropping that video, I had to make a reaction. And on top of that, I think she dropped even more information. I think she came back with 2 more live streams after that video, so I might have to come back and do a whole nother reaction. I'm thinking about it, but y'all just stay tuned. Now, let's get into it. Coming to my surprise, Tonya TKO actually came into the comment section and actually acknowledged the video. And I appreciate that because number one, I got a lot of big YouTubers following my channel. They never show love, they never pop out, but I see y'all in the analytics, man. I see y'all in the background, but y'all don't ever show love. I can honestly say, since the past 6-7 months I've been on YouTube, I can acknowledge 3 YouTubers with decent sized followings that came into my comment section and showed love. The first one I could say was I Smoke Hip Hop. He got over 200,000 subscribers and he been following me before I even had 500. The second one is Queen Amadeus Shakur. She has over 30,000 subscribers, and not only does she show love, but she actually does reaction videos to my commentary, so I appreciate her for that. And the third one I could say is Tonya TKO, and as we know, she has over 200,000 subscribers. And besides those 3, I see the analytics. I see a lot of y'all in the background. I got folks with 20,000, 40,000, 70,000, 100,000, 120,000 subscribers. But I tend to notice y'all stay in the background. Y'all stay behind the curtain. But it's all love, man. I'm just glad that y'all part of the congregation, and I appreciate y'all. Now let's get into it. Tonya TKO, she had hopped into my comment section, and she said this. Thank you for the shout out. If your purpose is to bring us together, the name calling, like goofy, slow, dumb, etc., do you feel that's the best way to do that? And I replied and I said this. I gave her a heart and I said, thank you for watching. Now, keep in mind, I did not insult Tonya not one time during that video. Go check that video out though. A classic, man, a banger, a real banger. But I didn't insult Tonya not once. In fact, I came to her defense on every single time. During that whole video, I just sat back, played the clips, delivered my commentary, and I feel like me and Tonya were in alignment. My target during that video was not her or her audience. My target was placed directly on the head of Angry Biracial, as well as those who claim to be a part of his fan base. And if I did insult anybody on that video, it was simply to bring the point home that Tonya was addressing when she was exposing that fraud live and direct for the world to see. And I still stand by everything I said. If you are a woman and you are subscribed to Angry Biracial and you believe that he's genuine and you believe that he has your best interest at heart and you believe that he's speaking truth to power, then yeah, I don't really think that you're the smartest individual in the bunch. Me personally. Now, could I have delivered that message in a more delicate fashion? Perhaps. But like I said later on in this exchange, you'll see I addressed that point. Let's continue. Tonya came back and she said, "You're welcome. Please answer the question. Do you feel the name calling is the best way to bring us together?" I responded and I said this. Depends on the audience. My audience is 65% male. Typically, men speak in a very direct way when discussing topics. I try to remain as authentic as possible. I understand women receive information in a different way, so I understand why some of them may be turned off by things I say. I don't hop on a microphone looking to offend anybody. I'm just delivering commentary in an honest way, and sometimes my delivery and choice of words may be animated. But I got love for our women globally, and I'm not coming with bad intentions. I don't want my overall messages to be lost in the delivery or cadence of my speech. Now, let's get into it. I cannot change my delivery. I cannot switch it up, because at the end of the day, even if I did that, Tonya, you wouldn't even respect me if I did that. If I actually did that, you wouldn't even respect it. She'd be like, man, this nigga really actually switched up his whole theme of his channel because I said so. I can't do that, Tonya. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it, because to do so would be to change the entire format of my channel. And the format of my channel is a very honest discussion, really, amongst the men. Of course, the women are invited. Of course, the women, they popping in. The women are a part of the congregation, but primarily, this is a space where men congregate and we discuss various topics among each other. And like I said in the previous video entitled I Don't Bash Women, the theme of my channel is kind of like a roundtable discussion amongst the men, a very honest and authentic discussion, very honest and authentic conversations. And the same way I talk on this YouTube is the same way I talk when I'm amongst my brothers at an event, at a club, at a bar, at the crib, at a house party, whatever it may be. Men, like I said, men, we speak in a very direct way, right? Meaning that something that might be offensive to women, to men, it's just how we talk. When it comes to men, we crack jokes on each other, we roast each other, we talk shit. It's how we get down. So in that video, when I use words like goofy or slow or dumb or whatever, I don't hop on a microphone looking to offend any demographic. This is simply how men talk when we get among each other. And for me to sacrifice that would also mean to sacrifice the entire energy, theme, and the whole presentation of my channel. I assume the vast majority of people who are subscribed to my channel, they subscribe because they want to hear my perspective delivered in this fashion. They want to hear my thoughts on a situation delivered in a certain fashion. If I was just a cookie cutter, Carlton Banks, Derek Jackson type of character, nobody would respect it, because the women, they would know that I'm fraudulent. They would know, okay, this dude's faking. This guy's not authentic. He's not keeping it real. And the men would say the same thing. They'd be like, man, this dude's a fraud. This dude's fake. His energy is fake. It's not authentic. It's not real. I don't feel him. And I had addressed it in the previous video last week entitled I Don't Bash Women, but I understand that as the congregation begins to grow, as the audience begins to grow, and more women begin to pile in, and they start rummaging through my catalog, I already understand a lot of my viewpoints, a lot of my perspectives are going to be seen as unorthodox. But just stick around, man. Stick around. I got a large catalog with a lot of content. Don't be turned off by one video and then turn off the rest of my 300 videos that I got. Listen, stick around, go through the catalog, go through the videos. I guarantee you'll quickly get used to me. You'll quickly get accustomed to how I get down. And you'll realize that I don't got bad intentions when I'm putting out content. I'm just a young black man providing a perspective that I feel is often not heard of, is often overlooked. I'm coming from a unique background that isn't really given a spotlight. So I think that's a reason why my channel is growing at the pace that it's growing. And I appreciate everybody that's watching. But I just want to say to the ladies, Tonya TKO included, I cannot change the format of the channel, because asking me to do so would be equivalent to walking up to me and the guys. We sitting around at the round table having beers. We having a good time. We laughing. And then you ask us to adjust our language because you are getting, you're getting uncomfortable by what we are saying. Man, listen, when the men are sitting at the round table having discussions, things might get explicit. Things might get a little too real for TV. But that's how we talk. That's how we get down among each other. I understand that women receive information in a different way. So when I'm speaking directly to them, I'll deliver it in a fashion that's tailored more to their sensibilities. But when I'm talking amongst my brothers, when I'm talking amongst the men, I got to keep it all the way real. I got to keep it 1000. And in fact, I would even go further and say, instead of having me adjust the way that I deliver my commentary, I think that the women should be appreciative of getting an insight analysis of how men think, of how the modern day black man thinks, at least from my perspective. I'm not going to say that I think for every black man around the world, but from my perspective, a black man from my background, I've already spoken about that on my channel. I think my perspective doesn't really get, the spotlight and the shine. I think I got a very unique perspective. And if you stick around, chew the meat and spit out the bones, I think you'll come across some things that you enjoy and that you agree with. But as a man, I cannot change my message or the delivery of my message, because if I did so, I would no longer be a man. And that's my opinion. A man is going to keep it real. A man is going to keep it honest. A man is going to keep it authentic. And I think that black women should appreciate that and embrace that. You should embrace black men standing in their truth, in their honesty, how they really feel, not censoring their words or their feelings for nobody. So you get a direct inside analysis into how we really think. Because if I sugarcoat the message, if I filter the message, you're never going to get my honest, authentic 100% analysis. And you're never going to understand how the black man thinks about a certain situation. So in response to Tonya TKO, I'm saying that we should be 100% honest. We should be more authentic. We should be more honest. A black man should never have to censor how he feels, especially when he's addressing the women of his group, the women of his race. A black man should never have to censor himself. A black man should never have to filter himself. A black man should be able to stand in his truth 1000%. Of course, we can go back and forth and debate the talking points, but in terms of me censoring and filtering the message, nah, I can't do that. I gotta keep it all the way real. I gotta keep it all the way real. If I'm delivering a message directly targeted towards the women, then I could understand. But the vast majority of my messages are directed towards the men. The women just simply happen to be in the audience, in the congregation, just enjoying the show. But really, my target demographic is black men. That's who I discuss these topics with: politics, business, the industry, music, current events, everything in between, man. When I speak in a way that other men can understand me. Now, Tonya just got to understand, men and women, we're two different creatures. We communicate in different ways. We receive information in different ways. You see on the interview between Tonya TKO and the Angry Biracial, Tonya was soft-spoken, she was feminine, she wasn't raising her voice, she wasn't getting rambunctious. But if it was a man that was interviewing him, man, I guarantee we would have got up on his head. But that's the difference between men and women, the different energies between the masculine and the feminine. So listen, Tonya, I gotta stay in my masculine. I can't get inside the feminine. I can't get inside the feminine because at the end of the day, the reason why the people love me is because of my honest delivery. The reason why the people support me is because of my honest delivery. The reason why my channel is growing is because of my honest delivery. And I always mention it on my channel, but I have 5 sisters, bro. 5 sisters, older sisters and younger sisters. I grew up with you guys. I understand how women talk in their private circles when they're having their intimate conversations among each other. You guys, listen, you guys can be just as explicit, as direct, as straightforward, and as brutally honest as men when you're discussing various topics among each other. But when it comes to men, everybody gets sensitive, everybody catches feelings, everybody needs a message filtered and toned down for their sensibilities, when, you know, goddamn well, women are just as honest, brutal, and direct and straight to the point among each other when they're having their private conversations. But they get sensitive when men come with the same energy. But this is how men talk. And in that video, I stand by everything I said. I never insulted Tonya not once. The only people that I took shots at was Angry Biracial and the women who supported him. That's it. If you are a woman and you support the Angry Biracial, then yes, I don't think that you're the smartest individual in the bunch. I don't think your intelligence levels go up at a very high level. That's just my opinion. And I'm going to be honest about that. But I never insulted Tonya. I never insulted her platform. In fact, I did nothing but defend her all through that video. So, hey man, it is what it is. It's your boy Never Called Desaline back in the building. Yes indeed. Like, share, subscribe, Cash App in the description. And I'm gone. Peace. Hey man, fellas, the ladies that got a problem with the delivery. They're saying that I keep it too real. This is the second time in less than 2 weeks. And I assume as the audience continues to grow, I'm positive it's going to happen more and more and more. And I'm going to have to address it more and more and more. But it is what it is, man. It's all good. I'm ready for it. Anyways, I'm gone.
Reincarnated, I'm back in original fashion. I left on a horse and came back in that ass, and I left with abundance and came back to famine. We used to be pyramids, now we be rapping. Look how the mighty have fallen. Used to be running, now we be walking. When you be cooning, that's when they applauded. Selling your soul, your sons and your daughter. Gotta come up in this shit, they stuck in the mix. Really, my heart it be breaking. That's why I'm stacking that paper and handle my business. Pass it down in generation. Talking about money and power and building a nation. That's a deadly combination. Never be watching the TV, they pushing agendas, falsifying information. No, they got malice intentions. Step in the room and I'm feeling the tension. Enemy watching, he blocking my vision. Paying for the check cause I need my redemption. Building my kingdom, I need it protected. Ready for war like a young Money Congo. Never decided the team is the motto. Up in the crib and I'm whipping up waffles. Up in the crib and I'm smoking gelato. I'm chilling, I'm taking my pain and make it ambition. I'm blessed by the gods, but I ain't religious. I came for the power, they came for the bitch. They making no hourly wage, I got business. This shit is an art and they could never be taught. Selling my soul, I can never be bought. Play with my money, I see you ain't caught. Run to the check and I do it for sport. Babylon falling, I go to the source. Packing my luggage and go overseas. Shorty be with me and she so elite. Shorty be chocolate, I'm calling her Hershey. Secret intelligence probably gon' murk me. Don't fuck with brands cause nigga I'm Haitian. Say the wrong shit and get smacking their faces.